Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 11 of our podcast. My name is JC Diaz.
And my name is Amy.
How are you, Ami? What's going on?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day today.
Beautiful, amazing day today. We both had a great week. So, in this episode, we want to talk to you guys about the 250th celebration of our independence as a country. We are excited. We're both really proud to be part of this great country, this great nation. And this weekend, we are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our independence from the British Empire. And we wanna talk a little bit about that. And the other thing that
History.
Yes, and the other thing we would like to talk about is Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics has been traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, but the way he was traded, it has a lot to do with how somehow it's related to how the experience of African Americans in this country since the inception of the United States. So we are going to navigate these two subjects. We'll talk about it with you guys, and I think you guys will definitely like this episode. But before we do all that, we are gonna go ahead with the introduction of the show, and we'll be right back. And we are back with you guys. Ami, how are you today? What happened during the week? How was your week? Are you having do you have a good week?
Yeah, it was awesome. And today is the Independence Day of America. And
Yes.
it's my second year, almost second year, second year that I experienced the America's Independence Day, which is I love it. People were so wearing their American clothes, like the flags designs. It looks cool because that's how they get their freedom from the history. That's
From British.
yeah, from the British Empire, and
Everybody's really proud.
yeah, they're really proud, and I like it. It's
Yeah, the one thing about Americans is that Americans are really proud
they
of
are they
their
are.
country. Like, I am a US citizen. I'm really proud of this country. Almost almost if you drive around any town, almost every other house has an American
They
flag.
have a lot of yes, like even clothes.
Yes.
Their
Yeah.
earrings, their
Some of them will wear the whole
gloves.
outfit.
Yes, right.
Yeah, people are really proud to be American though. America has been one of the greatest nations. I call it an experiment that has been working for 250 years. This is the 250th anniversary. There was a time where when the British Empire arrived in the United States, they created the first 13 colonies of the country, right? And it got to a point where the people, our founding fathers, it got to a point where they were tired of paying taxes to the British Empire, and at that point they decided, after a few rebellions before that, they decided it's time for us to have our own country and
Yeah.
cut ties to the British
They
Empire.
fought for this country.
Yes, and that's when the paperwork was created, which is called the Liberty. It's a form that they created, which called for the liberty of this country, disconnecting, cutting ties with the British Empire, and that's how we got our independence. Obviously, with a battle that that went on. There was a fight between the people, the first 13 colonies in the British Empire, because they didn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
They didn't want to give up the colony.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been 250 years. This country has been a great country. Obviously, like any other country, we have good and bad things. There are plenty of things that we still need to work on.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we are really proud of this. This country is great. There's a lot of opportunities. This country is one of the most. This is one of the countries that is easiest to assimilate to this culture.
True.
And a lot of people come from different parts of the world. Like we came from different parts of the world.
I came from the Philippines, and we always see as America as the standard country. Like
Yes.
we try to be American country,
Yes.
but it's really hard.
American and proud. Obviously, there are things that still need to be fixed in this country. And I believe that if we continue to work hard at trying to fix these things, I think eventually we will fix it. But there are a few things that still need to be fixed. And for example, I'm gonna tell you the things that I think that need to be fixed in the country, right? Even from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, for example, while the founding fathers were fighting to get separated from the British Empire, while they were writing that paper that said, we don't want to be any part of the British Empire anymore, and all that, the Liberty Form. While they were doing that, a day like today, 250 years ago, they were still slaves, working out in the fields. There were blacks who were brought from Africa, and they were out there on the fields working for free, being considered less than 3/5 of a human. They were not considered a whole human.
What is 3/5?
3/5 is 3/4 of a human. So they were not
So
considered.
they're not like their value is not like human value. They're like
Yeah, they were more like an object.
oh, okay.
They were considered property.
Oh,
Yeah, because they were slaves. So even though we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our independence, but if we think about it, and this is not to to be a Debbie Downer, this is not to put anybody
this is
down,
history.
but this is part of our history, and it's only fair that we talk about it, because you cannot forget your history, because if you forget your history, you are playing with fire, because you might repeat that history.
Yeah.
And in this case, we don't want to repeat that history. So while the founding fathers, and yes, we are thankful that this is a great country, it's the 250th anniversary of our independence, but we have to remember that while the founding fathers were signing that paper, there were still slaves in this country who were building this country on their backs for free. They were brought from Africa for free, and they were building this country, and they were still slaves. It wasn't until June 19th, 1865, that the slaves became free.
So it took a lot of years before they free.
It took a lot of years. So even after we became independent from the British Empire, they still had slaves many, many years later, until June 19th, 1865. So I can understand when many African Americans don't celebrate July 4th. I can understand. I can get on both sides. You know what I mean? I can understand why. Because to them, even though we were independent, we were free from British Empire, but they were not free.
Yeah.
They were still slaves.
They're still slaves, yeah.
Which is sad. You know what I mean? It's a sad situation. And yes, things have changed. A lot of things have changed. As a country, we have come a long way. We have come a long way. There's no slaves.
Minorities have the rights to do, like, if they
Minorities can do
can go
whatever
to
they want.
school, or
But for African Americans, still to this day, there is still some type of racism. There is still some type.
discriminate.
Yes, even if you are a millionaire, a black millionaire is not considered the same level as a white millionaire, and that's unfortunate but that's the way it is.
That's
here.
the reality.
That's the reality, and the reason why I'm saying this is because just like back in the day when the slaves were not, literally they passed a law where slaves are not allowed to learn. They were not allowed to learn, go to school, or learn how to read or write. Because back then the white masters, they felt like if they let the slaves learn and become smart, then they could become rebellious.
Rebel, yeah.
And they could try and become free from them. So they passed laws to keep these people from learning. And to this day, if you are a black man and you are a millionaire, and let's say you're an athlete, right? You're a basketball player, and you have a platform. We all have now YouTube where we can do podcasts and we can talk about stuff. You can express your feelings, right?
Yes.
But if you're an athlete, to this day, they still want you to just shut up and dribble. Pretty much that's what it is. And when you get out of line, they will shut you down really fast. And
Is that stereotyping that only black people are only for sports, or
exactly. So, black people, to some people, are only useful to entertain. That's what some people think and believe. So when you have someone who is a thinker or who is really smart and they think out of the box and they say, you know what, I have my own opinion. This is how I feel about this situation. Well, any of the big major sports, right? Whether it's Major League, football, NBA, hockey, they're really quick to shut them down because it seems like they're scared that a black or brown person
colored person
who cannot be controlled by the media or cannot be controlled by the team, they're scared that this person is too smart.
is a threat to them.
It's a threat to those people. I mean, the majority of the owners in the major sports, they're all white. And those athletes who speak out against things that when things are wrong, they literally don't like that. And the media also gets, they want to control the narrative with those athletes. And I'm bringing this up because, I wanted to talk about the Jaylen Brown thing. Jaylen Brown was traded from the Boston Celtics to the Philadelphia 76ers, right?
Yeah.
But the way Jaylen Brown was traded, it was a way that it kind of correlates with what we just talked about when it comes to the white slave masters not wanting the slaves to learn to write or read because they will turn too smart. So Jaylen Brown has a super high IQ, really smart guy. This guy he went to MIT. He's a professor on his free time when he's not playing basketball. He teaches in MIT.
Wow.
He also was recruited by NASA. NASA wanted him to go work over there, but he chose, he already chosen the NBA. So this guy is like,
he's so smart,
super smart, and also an incredible athlete, right? So when you have an athlete that is so smart and he has his own platform, he can talk to the people just like we're doing right now with our podcast, right? it bothers some of the owners of the league, of the NBA. And there is a rumor out there that Jaylen Brown got his ego got too big. Some people
I heard that too. They said like he's being, because he's too smart. He's like doing like he thinks that he's the best. That's what the rumor said.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so they were saying that every time he arrived in a room, he thought that he was the smartest guy. That he got to a point where he wasn't listening to his coach, he wasn't listening to his teammates, the people from management from the Boston Celtics, that he wasn't listening to it. But now, first of all, we don't know if this is true or not. They're only rumors.
Yeah.
Second of all, I don't see anything wrong with somebody believing in yourself, believing that you are the smartest person in the room. One thing is if you are rude,
Yeah.
and you're rude to other people and you tell these people I'm better than you or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you walk in a room and you're smart, I don't see anything wrong with that.
True.
And he was one of the smartest people. This guy is really smart, though. Like really, really smart. And the people, the owners of the Boston Celtics betrayed Jaylen Brown. He didn't want to get traded.
Oh,
He
he
didn't-
said that?
He didn't want to get traded. They on his he went on his live after the trade, and he says, I'm still processing what really happened because I really didn't want to get traded. And and he was talking about those rumors that people were saying that he was saying some stuff or whatever. But this is why I wanted to talk about this, because it feels like no matter how big you get, how much money you make, this guy just signed a contract 2 years ago for $300 million. Wow. But the work that he does off the court is big. Like, he helps the black community. He was talking about creating a Black Wall Street again and getting a financial district for black people to actually own
That
businesses.
helps a lot.
But that rubbed the wrong people the wrong way. They didn't want to hear any of that. They wanted this guy to just shut up and dribble.
You want just only do basketball.
Do basketball, don't do anything else. And
That's crazy.
and that's what I was saying, that it doesn't in America, it doesn't matter how big you are. If you are black, you are still considered by the other people that you are less than the other people. You know what I mean? And I think we need to work on that.
Yeah.
I think as a country, we still need to work on. There's a lot of work to do.
Fair.
Yes.
We need to be like, we're all equal here. If you're smart, then you are smart. Like,
There's nothing
yeah,
wrong
it
with that.
doesn't. We don't care about, oh, you are this. We're all the same. We're human.
Exactly.
If you're talented, you can put it on the top. We'll
Yes.
put you here. But if it's just because of the way your appearance or the way you are, the way you look, they judge you.
Yes.
And you need to be in this level, but you can't be in this level because you're not me. You're not us.
Yes, and it should be the opposite. So do you know that once in June 19th, 1865, when the slaves were freed, they were let go, right?
Yeah.
Instead of giving the slaves reparations for all those hundreds of years that they worked for free, the government at the time signed a law to give the slave owners reparations. They gave them money because they let the slaves go.
Oh.
So now you have a whole generation of slaves owners, their descendants, right? They inherited all that money and they inherited all the land.
Yeah.
And that's why you see the disparity between blacks and whites. Meanwhile, the African Americans, who are sons and daughters of slaves, descendants,
Doesn't have money.
they don't have anything
Yes.
because when their ancestors were let go at the time, they didn't give them anything.
There's just nothing.
So that's why you have so many African Americans living in the ghetto, so many poor people.
Yeah.
And yes, we do have a lot of them that
A lot
are
of them are rich
really
now,
rich,
yeah.
really millionaires, but that's only the
Educated.
minority. the majority of African Americans still living in poverty in the United States.
Which is the government should address to that. Like,
I think it's time that we as a country come together and we pay reparations to the descendants of African Americans.
yeah.
Only to the descendants of African Americans, the people who built this country as slaves. This country was built on the back of slaves. And I believe that as a free country, a country that has so much money, a country that is spending a lot of money in wars, we're spending billions and billions in a war with Iran. We spending money on a lot of things. There is plenty of money here to give every descendant of slaves a check and say, here, this is for your ancestors being slaves for a long time.
Yeah.
You deserve a new start. You know what I mean? But is it going to happen? We don't know. We can't read the future.
Yes, yes, but yeah, this Independence Day, it shows how where we are right now here in this country, the history of not only because people were free from the British Empire, but also those people who made this America like the way it is, how
Yes.
beautiful this country is.
Yes.
Not only the majority, but a lot of minority people help this country the way it is
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely. And like I was saying, the Jaylen Brown case reminds me a lot of the struggles of the African American community in the United States. This guy has a lot of money. This guy is really smart. But in the end, they still traded him because he was getting too smart for some people.
Maybe they see like he's a threat.
Yes,
That's what they
were
think.
feeling intimidated by him, by him just
So
being
there's
really
still
smart.
something going on with that.
Yes.
But like, unlike before, is now you can fight for that, but we can escape that. We still, as you said, that's what's going on. Rumor.
And this is not the first time this happens. This happened before. You probably don't remember this because this is back in the beginning of the 80s. But Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was a basketball player for the Denver Nuggets. He was about 6'1", 6'2", super athlete, really good. He was the Steph Curry before there was a Steph Curry. This guy was
Really?
a shooter. He was good. But he became a Muslim. And he was protesting against the struggles of African Americans in the U.S. So every time the national anthem would play, he would pray. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was literally would do this, and he would pray what he didn't sing. And because of that, they derailed his career. They didn't like that he was doing that. At the time, that was a big controversy, and he was let go, and his career was never the same.
Yeah.
Never the same.
Really?
So it's not the first time that this has happened to African Americans. It's a history. There is a history of discrimination from the beginning when they were brought from Africa as slaves, and then it continued all the way, to the Tulsa massacre when finally they were free and they were creating a financial district. And a lot of the white people at the time got jealous that the African Americans were making progress, and they went and burned the town.
I read that too. That in that town were a lot of doctors, black African American
Really
people
smart
are
people.
really smart. That
Yes.
they're educated, and then the other people, the other race were kind of, I think, intimidated by them, and they made that Tulsa, what do you call it?
They burned the town.
They burned the town. It was
Killed
really,
thousands.
and I saw there's still a person who's still alive from that.
Yes.
That happened here in Tulsa, which is really kind of bad, and people still remember those days.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of sad.
And that's why I'm saying that, the African American experience in the United States hasn't been easy. You know, all the way from slavery, all the way from the Tulsa massacre to 1965, the civil rights movements, all the way to when police brutality, so many African Americans have been killed by police, to the kneeling of Derek Chauvin over George Floyd. You know, on TV, he killed this man on TV. It hasn't been easy for African Americans in this country, and I feel like we owe African Americans so much. We owe them so much because if it wasn't for them and the civil rights movement, us Latinos and Filipinos and other minorities will probably not be allowed to go to come and immigrate into the U.S. You know, and we will still be treated like they used to be treated back in the day. And you know, I think we owe African Americans a lot
because they built also this country, not
absolutely
not only white people, the majorities, black people. So I saw a lot of videos, and they build like the people will, and as a from Filipino, we don't know that history, and we thought that only like Americans, only white who built this country, and we don't know. Now that I'm here and I've seen a lot of videos, history, movies, I read books, and they are part of the history. They are part of making this America great.
Yes, African Americans are amazing.
They are,
and
therefore, which is sad, is for they worked here for free.
Yeah, brought us slaves.
Brought them slaves here, which is kind of sad. But
and still to this day, people say that African Americans are lazy and all that. That is a false narrative. That is false.
There are Filipinos who are lazy. There are Latinos that are lazy. You don't like say like general of them. They are this like not all.
You don't generalize a whole race.
Yes, because we're all the same human, but that doesn't mean like he's this race. Oh, they're lazy. You can't say that they're all lazy.
And you know, today that we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our independence, you know, I felt that it was necessary to talk about the Black experience in America. We are really thankful. We are thankful for this country. This country has been amazing, nothing but amazing to us. But we have to give props to African Americans because they're the ones who built this country on with their backs for free. And it's not only African Americans too, but the Chinese built most of the railroad system in this country. The Chinese built a lot of the stuff here. And Mexicans also were doing hard work, and they were considered second class citizens. But the ones that have gotten the worst out of this deal, out of this experiment called the United States, has always been African Americans. And I think it's time as a country that we all come together and we say thank you, you know, to them.
Thank you for the majority and the minority people here because they make this country great. Like like I came from not poor but third world country, and I can compare that this country is one of the best for me because it's modern and I don't know, it's just
so many opportunities.
Yes, and it's just like, you know, like as like when I arrived here, it's just that it's like how, you know, we're far from here, but I can compare that. Oh, this country, that's what they said, this is the standard because, you know, like people, I would say people here are disciplined.
Yes,
I would say, even though they say, oh, Americans are mean, not all of them are mean.
Yeah, not everybody's
mean.
This country has many people who are
that's
great.
Why it's easy from other countries to judge the people here in America. But when I'm already here for almost 2 years, like it's like the same like our country.
Yes.
But I like here because, you know, like a lot of opportunities for us here, and as an immigrant, it helps a lot.
Absolutely, and we owe a lot of that to African Americans, and we wanted to take this opportunity, this episode, to say thank you, and we have a lot of respect for you, for the African American community, and we hope that one day you guys get the reparations that you deserve, because of your ancestors, they were forced to do labor outside for free. Many of them died. So many black people have died, have been hanged, have been crucified in this country. It has been a rough experience for the African American community in this country. We want to say happy July 4th. I know that not a lot of the African American community celebrate this day, and we celebrate June 19th, which is the real Independence Day for a lot of African Americans, because that's when the June 19th, 1865 is when the slaves were free. That's the real Independence Day for African Americans. Now, there are a lot of people, there are some African Americans who celebrate Independence Day, but there are others that don't. And that is absolutely completely fine. This is a free country.
Yeah.
Thanks to you and the civil rights movement, it's a free country. And we want to say happy 4th to everybody. And I think this country is, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
We've come a long way from those days, from the segregation days, from, no black people accepted, or no Mexican Filipinos accepted, only white people. Now you can go to any restaurant in America and they serve you, and I think we've come a long way.
Yes.
But we still have more work to do.
Yeah, but I would say it's a lot of improvements than before.
Yes.
Because we're mostly equal for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to have a nice career here, you can have a nice career. Like the opportunity here is really great.
Yes, it is easier than ever now to take your destiny in your own hands. And if you want to go have a degree, you can. There's plenty of opportunities. And I think we're really proud. I'm really proud of this country, and I'm thankful at the same time for African Americans. We're thankful. I think we're good. This has been a good conversation. It's a conversation of happiness and joy because of the anniversary of 250 years of the American experiment.
That free from the British Empire.
From the British Empire. And at the same time, it's a trip into history, and also a trip into the reality of what has happened in this country from the beginning all the way to 2026 to create this country of ours called the United States. I think we're good.
We're good.
All right, so I think we're gonna leave it right here, guys. This has been a great conversation, like always, and be on the lookout for our next video during the week. And I hope everybody has a safe July 4th. Everybody enjoyed the day with your loved ones. And again, thank you to the African American community for everything that you've done for us. And nothing, we'll see you guys on our next video, on our next episode. My name is JC Diaz.
My name is Amy.
We'll see you guys later. And
I want to say about that, happy July 4th, everyone, because my coworker told me like this, like, what are your plans? And they asked me like, I don't know. We'll see.
Are they gonna watch the episode?
Hopefully they will.
Watch the episode, guys. Guys, before we go, leave a comment. Just say hi. Leave a comment, because we would like to get some comments
and engage with you guys.
Engage with you. You have any ideas, anything that you want us to talk about, we can. We're trying to build a interactive podcast. This is not only about us. This is us trying to bring the American Filipino community, you know, together. And any comments that you guys have, anything, if we
you have any,
missed something,
yeah,
you know,
any
let us know.
opinions too.
Any opinions, just
Yeah.
let us know. But nothing. So we'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope everybody has a great time. So take care. See you later. Peace.